Hey guys, it's Nick, and we have a trade. And yes, they did it. The Blackhawks being the front runners for acquiring Seth Jones this entire offseason, they did it. They acquired Seth Jones from the Columbus Blue Jackets and the 2021 32nd, technically 31st overall selection in this year's draft, including a 6th round pick. So, what did the Hawks have to give up to acquire Seth Jones? Well, let's start out with what they gave up. It being draft picks. Today being draft day 2021 for the first round of the draft, the Blackhawks have traded the 11th overall selection, technically under 12th overall selection, but with Arizona losing the right to draft their draft pick, it's technically the 11th overall pick. So they traded that to the Blue Jackets. They also traded the first round pick for 2022. A very deep draft in the end that's supposed to happen next year. And the 2021 second round pick. So 3 draft picks, right? Nope. Another thing was added. Defenseman. Former 8th overall selection of the 2018 draft, number 27, Adam Boqvist, has been traded to the Blue Jackets. So what did the Blue Jackets acquire? 2 first-round picks, a second-round pick, and Adam Boqvist, a young future star defenseman in the NHL. For a first-round pick, a 6th-round pick, and Seth Jones. Can you see where I'm coming from? I may not sound pretty happy. I like Seth Jones. I do. But I have to say this. The Hawks just gave up their future. They did. They gave up their future. Just last year, the Hawks announced that they were going to be in a rebuilding phase. Well, with getting Seth Jones and giving away future a very important first round pick and another first round pick for next year, makes it where the Hawks need to compete for the playoffs next season. This is also not it. We have given Seth Jones reportedly an 8-year contract extension. Yeah, so Stan Bowman signed Seth Jones to an 8-year contract. For, what's the average annual value? $9.5 million. Seth Jones is officially one of the top 3 highest paid defensemen in the NHL. Well, we literally opened up a lot of cap space during this offseason by trading Duncan Keith to the Edmonton Oilers last year. Well, not last year, last week. For Steph's younger brother, Caleb Jones. And we just spent $9.5 million on the salary cap for Seth Jones, on a salary cap, to mention, that's not going up anytime soon. That is the thing. The Hawks literally just gave a lot of salary to a defenseman, and Seth Jones, yes, I like him, but frankly, he's been on the decline in recent years. So, I have to mention this. Knowing what the Hawks gave up, the Hawks now need to go out and contend now. That is it. That's what I have to say. They have to contend now because they just gave up a lot of future for Seth Jones, a 26-year-old defenseman who's going to be considered our number one D-man this coming season. So, with this being said, the Hawks need to contend and contend now for the playoffs and hopefully make the playoffs, because what they just gave up is a lot. It's a lot. It's their future. They gave up a young, very good offensive defenseman in Adam Boqvist, a chance to draft probably an elite goaltender if one of the two dropped to us in the draft, and a first round pick in next year's draft, which is going to be very deep. So, the Hawks gave up a lot, and I have to say it right now, I think the Hawks lost this trade. Yes, again, the Hawks lost the trade with the Columbus Blue Jackets. I'm saying that right now. I like Seth Jones. Welcome to the Blackhawks. But, frankly, what the Hawks gave up is too much. It was a lot of future, a lot of assets that they gave up. And they gave up again on developing a first round draft pick they made from just 3 years ago. The Hawks have been known to giving up on first round picks. There's a big list of how many first round picks Dan Bowman has traded away in his tenure as GM of the Chicago Blackhawks. And it's a lengthy one. So, in my opinion, yeah, this contract needs to be good. It's a high contract for a salary cap that's not going up. And, well, the Hawks have to contend, and they now have to. With getting Seth Jones, they have to contend. That means they need to look for maybe a goalie, maybe a winger to help the Hawks to get into contendership in the Central Division to make the playoffs, because next year's draft is very deep and you just gave away a very important draft pick, especially when you claimed you were a rebuilding team just last year. So, down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts are on the Seth Jones coming to the Chicago Blackhawks for Adam Boqvist and a good amount of draft picks. And thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Good luck in Columbus and Boqvist, and welcome to Chicago, Seth Jones. But most of all, let's go Hawks.